Hi everyone, welcome to the Astro Forecast. My name is Audrey. I am your host for this cosmic dance. So July 12th and 13th, 2023. If you want to review some of the energies at the beginning of the week, so 10, 11, okay, I'm trying to help you forecast a little bit ahead of time because we have a lot of strong energies coming up. We have the yod, the finger of God that is being doubled here. So some of you, if you do not know, the finger of God is this very sharp, instead of being a trine, it's very sharp, a little bit like a Space Force type of symbol, okay? And it's showing a pattern, and it's literally kind of like putting your face in it, okay? So we're going to cover a little bit of this energy and why I wanted to forecast a little bit ahead of time. So July 12th, 13th, we are going to have another quincunx that is going to join the party, and this is going to be Mercury with Saturn. So listen, it's not a bad thing. This is actually a lot of higher lessons about rewriting your story. So that means if you've been seeing yourself reliving, or, Groundhog's Day kind of like thing, okay, you wake up and you're like, oh my God, same old every day, okay, this is an opportunity for everyone to transcend those patterns. So as much as the energy can feel, okay, this is actually meant for you to boost yourself, not to say like kick yourself in the butt, but kinda. Okay, so some of you, it's kind of like you want to have like the best shape of your life, and you're like, well, you gotta start training, you gotta start exercising. And here, this is what the universe is saying. It's like it wants you to exercise your co-creative powers. You are here on this channel because all those messages are about you being part of the divine in this little vessel and having this power to co-create. So are you using it to its fullest potential? And obviously, in order to do that, we have to kind of like remove some of the old programs, okay? We see this in new technology. You upgrade your phones, okay? Back in the days, we didn't have those smartphones. We had those little flap, black, okay? The amount of things we can do now, this is exactly how it's a reflection of you. How everything those machines are, but they're very poor replica of that, because you are much greater than that. And this is actually everything. If you see it, helicopters, reverse engineering from hummingbirds. There's so much in science that is actually reverse engineer from nature. You are nature. Okay, so this is why I wanted to kind of start with this type of message, because if you're feeling the intensities of the energies and you're feeling like you're trying to avoid the inner work, realize that you're actually avoiding your destiny. You're avoiding you tapping into your power. Why would you want to do that? Okay? So what we have here is a very interesting thing. Some of you that are subscribers to the channel, not followers, subscribers, this is something you can do. You should have a button some way. We've already covered the new moon energy in Cancer, because they are psychic clairs, psychic abilities, healing abilities that are being released this summer, and especially with this new moon. Cancer is the healer. Okay, so some of you, if you want to stop relying on others to heal your energy field, this is the time. So what we did yesterday with the group, we actually covered every placement and every negative conditionings that you could be experiencing. So you would know, if I'm feeling this way, that means I have a distortion towards the teachings of a planet. So I'm going to give you some hints because you're here, okay? This little cluster that is being double pointed, okay, is about you telling yourself the same old story about you failing, whether it's at love, whether it's in career or attempting to have something that is yours, buying a new car, buying a new home, whatever is that story, it's there, okay? And it's trying to teach you that you repeating the story will get you in the worst energy space, uninspired. This is the worst you can do to yourself. Why? Because inspired means in spirit. In spirit, you are allowing spirit, source energy, the God, goddess energy to flow through you. Being uninspired will not allow you to know where and what, how you should go about whatever you're meant to achieve. Because you are here for a particular reason, for a particular expression, okay? And this is where repeating the same old story is failing us, okay? We have currently a very intense cosmic dance. And just think about it as when you're watching some of those reels that I create and you're seeing a group of dancing or some movements that are complicated, complex, okay? This is a complex dance. This is a complex dance because it's trying to give a very specific and particular result. It wants you on path. It wants you on path because what you are still holding on to, the old template, the old patterns, the old belief system, it's energy that belongs to the universe because it's filled with your imprint, your experience, how you felt about all of this. Is like an energy you can sacrifice back to the universe, to Mother Earth, for the planet, for the human race to evolve. But that doesn't mean you're going to be reliving this. Because if you're still reliving this, that means you haven't offered it to the divine. This is actually the true meaning of sacrifice. Give away what no longer serves you. Give it away. You don't need it. So now this is interesting. So this is why I kind of wanted to forecast a little bit of ahead of time here. July 13, we're going to have Mercury that is going to be here, quincunx with Saturn. And this energy is very interesting because it's also about you letting yourself being counseled by others more than yourself. And I'm not saying counseled in the sense like, oh, you're hearing something that I say and it triggers some truth. It gives you a memory of what you already know. This is a post I did with this woman on a horse riding into the sunset, where I was saying, like, when you're hearing something that resonates deeply into your soul, this is not you learning. I'm not teaching you anything. I'm reminding you. I'm reactivating your knowing. This is why sometimes it resonates. Okay, so some of the times in past experiences, we have let ourselves being guided by other people's opinion, by other people's judgment and perception of what would be better for us to do, okay? And we follow those advice, even if it didn't resonate. So this is where the universe is saying, okay, we got to end those patterns. Can you end those doors? Remember, we have this topic, and this is part of the yacht energy with Neptune. You got those master teachers here, okay? Close those damn doors, find the root of those problems, and fix your shit. Master teacher of power and transformation wants you to understand where you trip yourself, where you are needing to upgrade yourself, change your habits. And this is very much here. We've covered all this energy in Leo that wants you to trust your intuition. And again, you showing up here is you reactivating some of your knowing. If it resonates as true, this is you knowing that what I'm saying, your soul already knows. I'm not inventing the wheel. Okay? There's an ascension process here. Now we have some very strong protection as well. So some of you, just so you know, this process is very well engineered, so you can upgrade. Okay, and this is called the shield of protection, shield of fate. They're a little hard to see here. It's those there: Sun, Uranus, Neptune retrograde, going back to the Sun. Okay, and then we have another one, Uranus, Pluto, with Neptune. Okay, so those are very much about making sure that the ones that do not understand the lessons can't move forward. It protects you from trying to cut corners, and that would mean for you to go back in the same old repetitive pattern. So it's a protection that is actually designed for not repeating patterns, and we have two with very big players. When I mean big players, I mean master teachers that are intense, you know, those outer planets. Okay, so this is what we have, and we have a lot of activation as far as you being on path. Okay, so as far as you needing more shield, okay, you definitely should go check out on my bio link. I have a link to my free music frequency healing. I've had a lot of great feedback. It's helping remove some of the negative conditionings. You cannot see your own truth or tap into the highest truth if you're still conditioned by programs where you're angry, you're resentful, you're envious. And it's not that you're a bad person. It's more that it's a human experience. You have to experience polarity so you know where you want to be. So you know what you want to create. How would you know if you want this or you want that? How would you make a decision? Well, I've never had that. I know that. So it's kind of like those games on TV sometimes. It's like, well, are you ready to pick the door where you don't know what's behind? Or take that little prize here? Right? Okay, except it doesn't work like that. Let me see you guys. All the habits in the brain on repeat. Yes, some of you are literally having to get out of your own patterns as far as becoming a better version. For the ones that wonder why believing in astrology, I mean, I'm not going to quote JP Morgan because, you know, some of those big corporations I'm not really fond of as far as the distribution of collective energy and money. But he has some quotes about astrology. There's a lot of people that know that astrology are part of the ascension process. This is not about predicting so much the future. It's understanding what are the teaching for evolution. So I think it's just a matter of understanding what astrology really serves as a purpose. That's what I have as a response. This is exactly what my daughter told me about getting to know her dad for the first time. Aw, this is so cute. I love those. Those little children are just amazing. So this is what we have. Some of you, if you want more support, definitely go subscribe on the channel. We already covered a lot of the negative removing of the conditionings. Okay, you can get some more support. And tomorrow I'll cover some of the dynamics with the emotional layer. Remember, this is the matrix. What I present to you is Western astrology. This is the physical reality. We have to go through what we have to go through on this physical sense. You have your emotional layer, you have your mental layer, and you have your spiritual layer. I cover them all. I do it all. I love it because this is how we understand multidimensional being and experience. You're not just this little vessel. You are so much greater. All right, so tune in tomorrow. I will see you. Thank you so very much. Namaste.